Okay, let us begin. Had we just got back to Iox? Yes. Let's go pester Huang some more. Because I think I need to give him the knife. Let's show him some texts. Let's see now, there's a fragment of this book tells a true story. Yes, I think you're right on this. Nice. I like getting the grammar words in. Also, it really amuses me that all the grammar words have like a boob in them. I'm a child. Keep showing him texts, because these get... Book of Stories of Love. Are we going to get told this is wrong? Okay. I mean, Words of Love, I guess, is the only other thing that it could be. Harvest doesn't seem to make sense, and Precious wouldn't fit grammatically. Something else. The Etched Knife, that's the one. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, that is useful. I wonder why so would be a pair of crosses, like a duplicate symbol specifically, because we've seen the cross by itself. Why would so be... His walk animation's really weird. Just noticed that. Ooh, it's a long one. Yummy. I hope that's every. Oh, actually, hang on. It might not be... Like, the person after it might mean that it's every one. What else we got here? I suspect that's not going to be Will. Die with... No, it doesn't feel right. Is that the Emperor? It could be the Emperor. I think it's going to turn out not to be the Emperor. Everybody... what else can I put in here? Okay, so it isn't going to be everyone. Every... It could be I mean, it could be soldier or slave, this. What else have I got to find? Piece from a cooking knife. Is that relevant? The fact that this has people in it is significant because if it's got people in it and it means slave, that says something very deep about how this culture regards slavery. But on the other hand, the fact that it's got the person character in might rule out slave. I need to sneeze again, one moment. Riveting stream content brought to you by allergies. I'm going to go with soldier. Does every soldier will die for Emperor work? Do you have any more like that? Let me see. No, nothing comes to mind. Would you like me to archive? Yes, this one I want you to archive because then I can get back into the Uptown on Elbereth. Because I need to go there to chase up something Janiki was doing. Hopefully I don't turn out to be carrying any other weapons. That would be very annoying. I don't think I am. I'm still mad that I gave the large knife away without properly investigating it because I didn't realise what I was doing. Although I suppose I might get it back. Figurine... Remembers crystal. What other things are actually stored in here? Only the two. Let's start sailing. Off we go. I want to go to... Oh, there's another... Oh, right. Yes, there's Rember's dig site. Which I can't navigate to yet, but maybe if I go to Elbereth and poke around a bit, I can find out some stuff. Okay. Must we return to Elbereth, mistress? I dislike the place. My home, robot. What's wrong with Elbereth? You can't even smell it. It is the suffering, mistress. My ethical core finds it upsetting. So do I. I would rather not see it. Nothing else to say? That's such an interesting take on the idea of a robot with an ethical core, though. Just the simple fact of, like, well, that kind of induces the robot to a form of quietism. It's a great response to, like, ethics of empathy stuff. Not to be all philosopher about it or anything, but, like... there is this question of, does empathy actually help us be more ethical? Clearly, poor Styx has been given the capacity to feel empathy as part of his ethical system. Assuming that the ethics core isn't actually a soul. We know that the robots are created by ripping the neural pattern out of someone and integrating it into a robot body, because that's what we discovered on the ancient palace site. The name of a local goddess might open the Cat-Kiss Gate. Can I go through now? Good. So that was about the presence of the knife, but there's also the business of opening the Cat-Kiss Gate. Where was the workyard? One of these was the workyard. This must have already been very fine ones, but it seems to be decaying. Don't you think that's a bit dramatic? I do not know, mistress. All I know is what I see. Is this where the work broker was? She really didn't like me last time, because of the robot. What was the city built to be? I don't know.
The market never seemed to stop.
Yes? I want to ask about a man named Renber. I don't talk about my customers. Of course not, that wouldn't be right. Are you mocking me, Farwet? How do you think they build your catcher? My catcher is on Iox. Then go talk to Renber yourself. So Renber was a customer. If he was, I wouldn't talk about him. You're not going to help me. If you're looking for a worker, I will. But you'd better bring him back fit to work, unlike your friend Renber. I want to talk to the man Renber brought back. You want to hire one of my stock? I just want to talk to him. Then you can pay a fair rate. If that's to dig your plot, or whisper to you through the night, that's your affair. Just don't break his leg. I won't break anything. That's a promise. I don't accept promises. Ioxians don't respect property. I'm not an Ioxian. Of course you are. You're a Miyameki. I not tried to pronounce it. He's got a robot trapper. How much to ask him some questions? Listen, your Ioxian friend shattered my man's arm bones into 100 little bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like as a leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal. So pay your dues. Name a price. Let's see what you've brought. I prefer jewellery and weapons. Oh god, I don't want to give away items. I hate this system. But I need this information. I guess the idea is if you do everything right. It must be that you can get the name of the goddess, which allows you to pass the gate without giving up your weapons, and then you could offer her a weapon rather than jewellery. Question is, do I have any jewellery? Is that the brooch from Renber? Surely that's not the brooch from Renber. It would be the brooch from Renber if it was. Oh, it is. Bollocks. Mistress, are you at liberty to... Be quiet, 6. Mistress, I have a responsibility to the Professor. Problem? The robot's just turned his back. Does this seem valuable to you? Certainly. Take the brooch. The robot can't stop you taking it. Mistress. That's most excellent indeed. You have a deal. I handed over the eagle wing brooch. Though this barely covers what a man's worth. Yazzie, get out here. Mistress, please. So, I want to dismiss the trader because I don't want her do. What happens to you now is up to this one. Good faith to you. I just want to ask you a question, then you can go. Go where, Mikis? I do not think anyone will hire me as I am now. You were hired by a man from Iox? Janicki Renber? You have it right. Mikis' name was Renber. Where were you digging? Somewhere on Elbereth? No. Away. Away where? We sailed to a moon. Elbereth was visible in its skies. There was nothing there, but he made us dig. We found something. Can you find Renber's moon again? I think so. I think so, yes. But not on a map. We'll need to fly with you. Cool. You want to go back there? No, never. But I see you do, Mikis, and I will help you. I'll take you to Iox. Lots of people sit around on Iox. I do not want to sit around. I want to work. Huang will find something for you in the library on Iox. He'll enjoy the company. What did you dig up for Renber? I do not know. We had just uncovered a spar of wood when the winch fell on me. I was brought back here. Wood, not metal. No. Not robots, then. What were you digging that needed a winch? A hole, mistress. A very deep hole indeed. Let's go back to the ship. We can talk there. Time to depart, mistress. Do it. Warp. And so we left the surface of Elbereth. And off we go. Oops. You're sure you can find this moon, Yassi? Quite certain. I can find a place where the Ioxian had us working, because without me, I do not think you would ever find it. Then let's go. Let's go. It's like multiple branches here. We're going the right way? I do not know, Mikus. That's helpful. When he took us there, he did not let us look out of the window. Oh, that's. I've already forgotten the worker's name. That's terrible. I have no memory for names. Left fork.
They say on Elbereth, if you sail too far, you'll meet yourself coming back. But I've sailed plenty far, and I still don't know who I'm supposed to be.
Oh. An area of minor flow. This one looks like it's going to be pretty simple. Oops. There's something here.
We trudged across the surface of a tiny moon. Nothing but dust and towering stone.
This is the place? This is it, Mechis. It is quite remarkable, mistress. This place is actually worse than Elbereth. Much worse, Miyamika. But why did Remba dig here, Yassi? There can't be anything to find. No one's ever lived here. There is no organic matter in the soil, mistress. I would suggest this moon has always been as you see it now. I do not know what he was looking for. I only know that he found it and he left. There's something up ahead. Presumably that's the dig site.
There were tents, carts, ropes and platforms. Remba must have had an army working here. And yet he had left it all behind. Just like that.
The pit we dug is within, and it is deep. Remba wasn't digging for his observatory, was he? I do not think you can bury an observatory, mistress. It depends on what you're observing, doesn't it? Perhaps the ancients were observing worms, mistress. So all this was built before Remba went to Maerzi. Remba must have found something here. Something that led him to the Cyclones. This one isn't sealed. get my fingers under it. He must have been shipping these. Rembu was not interested in these pieces. The others collected them and shared them out to sell. Rembu let you sell pieces he'd found? He insisted that we dig, but he did not care what we dug up. Another dig? For storing equipment. What is all this? There must be a city under there. Trays? Little pieces. Pottery, metal shards. Nothing significant. Though surprising to find out here all the same. It is. Here's something. A figurine carved from copper. It looks like something from at latest the earliest Empire period. And an inscription! Okay. We're now satisfied that that's every. That might be death. Oh, wow. Okay. Finally got death nailed down. Every death. So if we got joins up there, right? And this triangle thing, which is not actually the place symbol. The place symbol has the squiggly lines under it. But it could be keeps us together. I could still change my mind, but every death keeps us together. Morbid. Comes from the diet. It tells us about for the ancient pre-Empire site. Another new site. Interesting. God, there's a lot of locations still to find. If you go inside, because then you'll understand. Is he talking about these tents? I don't think he's talking about these tents at all. I think he's talking about the big tent, but... How long did all this take? I don't know, Mikus. He used workers in shifts, a few weeks and then change. The work was hard. The air here is thin. But what was Rembu looking for? Why go to all this effort? He did not say. And I was no longer here when he found it, whatever it was. Just keep going round for a second to see if anything else shows up. A carving? But this is not an ancient site, mistress. Elberethians carve ancient symbols for luck. That's interesting. I don't think they know what they mean. Don't you a primitive people, me. So phrase run together. Watch this something. I wonder if that's supposed to be profane. It could be, couldn't it? Maybe carry this load. Carry this load? That will do for now. Interested to see what Huang makes of that one. At its busiest, there were 20 or 30 weekers here. We dug from dawn till dusk. Sometimes Renva watched, sometimes he disappeared. But Renva never had a robot with him. Never. Robots cannot keep secrets, mistress. Every robot has a master. Renva didn't want Mayari to know. Perhaps Mayari. Or perhaps Mayari has a master of her own. He must have been certain there was something to find. But what? This moon's as barren as they come. He did not say. Okay. Certain amount of repetition. Round we go. Another question. Oh, we've had this before. This is the way in? Yes. Tied up from the outside. My scanners do not suggest there is anyone inside. As I told you, they all left. The knot's old. Hard to... There. I will wait out here. I don't trust this guy. I'm worried he's going to try to steal my ship. 6. Why don't you wait with Yazzie? He's going to say he can't. Oh no, okay.
Darkness. An enormous pit had been cut into the rock below. It must have taken days to do. Weeks even.
What could be down here to be worth all this? That is a fair fucking question. Is there anything stacked up around here to look at before I try going down? Oroy would love this. Maybe Rainbow brought it from her. For the lights, perhaps? Let's see now. Well, that helped. Light.
Wooden walkways spiralled down, held together by ropes and luck.
Some of them.
You could tell this place was built by Elberethians.
This whole thing feels oddly like walking into a trap. Walkways poised to collapse, a pit big enough to hold an eagle. Remember, I wish I knew what you were playing at. I like that there's a talk to yourself button. No choice then, the only way to understand the trap. That is not true, actually. Sometimes you can figure out a trap without triggering it. Here goes. This board seems weaker than the others. Since that bridge giving way on the Garden Moon. I don't want to take any chances. Go down, please. Do I have to take the winch then? This is a bad idea. Whatever was down here. Remember took it out and left. No reason to break my neck looking for it. No, he took it out from something. I want to know what's down there. Let me go to the winch, please. There's some object in the dark just there that I can't see. An inscription. So several words. Let's hold. Don't know enough to decode this. Where's the lifting equipment? But not very good lifting equipment. I guess this is what crushed Yazzy's arm. They rebuilt it, kept on working. Can I use it to descend? Hey Dama, welcome back. Can I actually do anything in this pit? Because L will not go down the ramp. Why can't I ever leave anything alone? Okay. Oh god. Uh-oh. There's no way I could jump that. Okay. How do I... No! Where's the fucking... There we go. I could drop down. Maybe? There's sand down there. But how would I get back up? This plank was loose. I could probably drag it. I'm sure I can do this. This is going to work out fine. With luck, that should hold. If Six could see me now. Here goes nothing. Just hope I'm not stuck down here. Oh wow, that ladder animation! Well, there's certainly something buried down here, but I can't make out what. An edge and another ladder. I can't really see anything. Piles of cloth. Strong canvas. It's sailcloth. By the waters. This thing down here, it's a boat. Imagine it intact. An enormous hull. Multiple sets of sails. How does it end up here? Whoa. That's not good. Ow. I tripped on something, but I'm alright. What did I trip on? Whatever I tripped over, I can't find it now. A wooden spar, inset with metal rings for ropes. I wonder what Yazzie and Six are up to. Oh, that's another lighting thing. Another plank. Longer than the ones higher up. Well, here goes. It really does look like she dances across the thing. There. Another generator. It sure is a ship. Well, it held the first time. Uh-oh. Ow. That's a pretty significant fall there. Convenient cloth pile. A metal ring. It's a hatch. And it's etched with symbols in ancient. Let me think. Towards. From. That could be like the opposite of towards, right? Carry crystals from. It's a shining person, this. Or a person light. So it could be like eye? Like serpent's eye? If I'm right about that other word being serpent, then this is definitely serpent with the possessive because it's the of comma. Wait. Carry crystals from serpent's eye. What's a serpent's eye? Can I pull it open? Peer down into a dusty, gloomy space. Maybe I can just... Oh, there's something here. I found something. Is this what a jewel from a serpent's eye looks like, then? No, crystal. Close it back up again. See anything more about this? Oh, there's an inscription here. Cool. There's a few words in this one. What have we got? Ground is for ice. Could that be cowards? That would fit with fear being the second half of it. Person who fears being coward. Does it sound like the name of a ship? It sounds like something that somebody who sails a lot might etch in this setting, but I don't think it sounds like the name of a ship. Anything over here? No? Okay, let's see if we can actually get out of this place. I've been down here long enough. I like how those planks are visibly no more secure than the ones that there was all this stuff about. Move the plank back. No, wrong. Good as new. While it was new, it was a death trap. Okay, we're safe. Not going back down there again. Smart girl. Let's get out of here and see Whether Yazzie has tried to nick my ship. I wonder if that's the thought they're trying to get you to think. Mistress, you have returned. 6? Where's Yazzie? Mistress, you may observe that Master Yazzie is no longer here. He explained I should wait for you in case you cried out for help. And what was he going to do? He did not explain his purpose. Well, that's ominous. You just let him wander off. I'm not a prison guard, mistress. Besides, he's your employee. Which way did Yazzie go? Around the back of the tent, mistress. I went around the front of the tent. It does sound a bit culture. I should read some of those books at some point. Yazzie's around here somewhere. I watched him walk away, mistress. Oh, let's inspect the card. Missed it first time round. More etchings! So that's not going to be there. Nebula. Yes, I thought so. Cool. Huh, it chopped some characters from the start of the phrase. Interesting. You are... blood, maybe? Something to do with death and flowing. This is heavy equipment. Where did Rember get all this from? I would suggest it comes from a mine or a quarry. I would believe it is itself old. It must have taken weeks to set all this up. Was it worth it, Rember? Did you find what you were looking for? Why didn't Janaki use robots for the dig? It must have taken forever to excavate all this. I believe the answer is obvious, mistress. Similar to the previous, this one's also inscribed. Symbols etched deep into the metal. Bam, 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 bam. Strength rests, maybe? Where the heck is Yazzie? Oh, something up there. But it won't actually pick up targeting for. How is it possible you remembered the Withering Palace? I will not speculate, mistress. I think I must consider the matter more. Maybe Oroi could help you? do not want your friend poking around inside my core. She is an amateur. Would you allow my Urzian pig slaughterer to perform a heart operation on you? If we really want to know what Rimbo was doing, we should follow Yazzie. He knows more than he told. Really? This is Stephen Yeo's Paul. This is camp. Yazzie, show yourself. Oh. Ioxian. Who are you? My name doesn't matter. I'm leaving. Just like your Ioxian friend did. You're one of the workers. When he packed his workers back onto his ship, he did not bother to count them. I'm so sorry. Keep your pity. Yazzie, let's go. She can't stop us. You see, we're leaving now, Ioxian, with your ship, without you. Someone will come for you, I'm sure. You won't be able to fly the ship without me. By the waters and the stones, you think everyone on Elbereth has two left thumbs? You can't strand me here. You wouldn't. Your man showed us... No, he wasn't my man. Come on. We can hop her to the ship from here. I'd love to find out more about the ship, but are we still allowed to, like, rescue them? I guess not. I guess we have to just strand them there to die. Great. I think I can see them. I can see Yazzie's limp. What do we do about those two down there, Six? We can't just leave them. I can hop her down and retrieve them, mistress. Do you think they'll try to overpower me? Steal the ship? The man has only one functional arm, mistress. I would say the odds are even or better. Alright, go and get them. Well then, mistress. You came back for us. Of course I did. You would have come back for me. Of course, or sent someone, in the end. What are we going to do with you? There's nowhere in the nebula for us. On Elbereth we are slaves. I will have to return to the market. I am owned. There is a market moon called Renaka. It's fertile enough, they grow crops there, and fruit. You might be able to find work. Is it owned by Eox? It's not in the Protectorate. Iox is a moon of devils. You are from Elbereth. Renaka, then. 6. Chart our course. At least you are safe, sire. No one is ever safe, Yazzie. Okay, sometimes we can do the right thing. That's good. Full mark. God, this map is starting to get really, really cluttered. I have to go to Renaka first. No, I want to go to Renaka. Do 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 do. And while I'm there, I can talk to the daughter again. So do all Ioxians get given robots, Mikis? Are they attached to you as children, perhaps? I'm not from Iox, I'm from Elbereth. Yes, Mikis, of course. My mistake. It's going to be a cheery journey. Oh. Some kind of ruins, some distance away on the left side of the river. Possibly on the other branch. How did Renba know that boat was buried down there? I don't know. He just walked out across the plain and stopped and pointed down. And he said, "You dig here." And there it was. Oh dear. Surprised at how little dialogue there is in this sequence. Like, I was expecting us to be talking all the way there. Seer, Remba told me he was looking for an observatory. He found a boat. And what is an observatory? Remba didn't find anything except the boat? He found something inside the boat. An artifact, a telescope, I think. Once he found it, that was when he left. He barely even tied up the tent. Oops. I think he took something similar from a ruin near Myerzi. That might have been a telescope. Perhaps he was collecting them. What does Mikis mean, Yazzie? Why doesn't she know this? Like, Elbereth is from her home. Is like her home. Right fork.
I could see Yazi had been on a ship before. It kept his balance with ease. It occurred to me then that he could probably sail.
How old are you, Yazzie? 34, mistress. I began working in the market when I was 8. "34? You could have been at the orphanage with me in Arroy." An orphanage would have been luxury. My parents sold me to her. Are your parents still alive? No. Oh, this is a roller coaster and a half. Realizing that the thing this reminds me of, actually, kind of structurally, is Zelda Spirit Tracks on the DS. Which I never finished, despite enjoying it quite a lot. Because I couldn't beat the train phase of the final boss level. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem here. But it turns out playing DS games that are entirely stylus control based when you don't own a DS stylus is pretty futile. Oh dear. Of all the times for the game to run out of dialogue. How are we doing? Oh, we're getting there. Getting there. Oh, no. Oh. That was a very, very deceptive arrow. It's a fast bit, yay! Whoa! And now we're getting close to Renaka. Okay. Welcome to Renaka, Mikis. I didn't know there were places like this. I had heard, but... Yazzie. They are looking at us. They're only looking at the robot. People are commonplace. You'll fit in. So, what should we do? Talk to people. There's water enough here. People here will need cleaners, housekeepers, even gardeners. This is a hard thing you ask, Ioxian. Had we stolen your boat, we would have sailed forever and never found this place. I hope you can make it to home. Take care of yourselves. What are you looking at, Yazzie? You two. Look at you. You could be sisters. Do you think so? Really? Do you know your parents, Sia? I see them sometimes, but they didn't come to find me when I disappeared. You did. You saved my life. You are my sister. Good faith to you. Interesting. Right, can I find the daughter again? I'm not buying the fruit. We had that conversation. Maybe I could retire somewhere like this. It sounds... okay. I wonder if the glass is blown locally. It would be actually quite useful if we could buy a lantern. I don't want to activate the hopper yet though. Because I want to find my way back to the courtyard.
The fountain was still chuckling away to itself when we returned.
Button prompt. There we go. Good faith to you. And to you. What brings you back here? I found the door your key opened. You didn't. You can't have. I did. That's incredible. And was it a library? There'd been a fire. Not much left. But it had been, once. People used to read, I'm sure of it. All sorts of people, too, not just kings and princesses. It was a beautiful ruin. Thank you for your help in finding it. That's alright. It's hard to imagine other places out there. I'd like to see one day, maybe. You love libraries, Mina. You should come to Iox. I was born on Renaki. There's no way to change that. Maybe when I return, I will be born on Iox. But that will only happen if I keep my soul pure in this life. I'm not going to get into an argument about that. Glasses. This is... Wait, no. Go back. I noticed a thing. What is this? Oh, berries. I thought it was like a wall fixture or something. Oh dear. was activate the hopper was over there. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to not hopper until we're in the alley, but I'm glad that it saves me the time. I continue to be team games with slow walking speeds are good, but also the walking speed in this game is very slow. I was thinking about that boat that Rember found a fragment of anyway. The Empire never used ships that large. And it was too old, too long buried. You have never seen a ship like it. This changes our history, Six. There must have been a whole age before the Empire, when ships like great whales crawled the rivers, carrying things from one moon to another. Trading, mistress? Most likely. An age of sail, before the Empire was founded. Before the Empire locked down the nebula. That might be a touch optimistic. Can I... Okay, how are we doing on time? It really looks like I should be able to shortcut through here. I want to try. Because otherwise it's a really long sail. Let's maybe get lost. That could be fun. Check that I'm understanding what I'm doing right. Dickens, am I? There we go. Yeah, let's try going left. The Nightingale herself must be an Age of Sail ship. She's about the right age, I think. And she's still river-worthy after all this time. Oh, there's a thing. There's a thing. Ruin. I would guess dates from the Age of Sail. Battered silver sextant engraved with the outline of the claw must have come from somewhere nearby. Casing appears to be inscribed. Huzzah! Start of a fragment of text. Here rests something. Rests here. Ba, 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 ba. Death and love. And those are both confirmed now as well. It could be like heart. Like the kind of E character could be heart, I guess. Which would, and because the death is like a cross for that, a negation sign. Heart rests here. Belongs to a pirate, perhaps? Ah, dang it, all these things go back the wrong way. They all funnel back over here. Bastards. I suppose it might be better than going all the way around there, though. At least it's a pacey river. There's a ruin over there as well. Unknown waters to the left. But I don't want to go to Iox. I want to go right here. There are also unknown waters to the right. Whoa. This time... right again. Although there's a ruin over there. Amadou made some strange claims about this place we're headed to. Who was Amadou? Already forgetting characters. Oh no, that was the robot guy on Renaka. That's right. Ooh, Airless Shipwreck. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Age of Sail again. A copper coin. Be grateful for... Oh. Does that make... Was that the noun phrase one? It must be, because story and wind are both... So that's the noun phrase indicator, and we've got the verb phrase indicator as the double comma. That's a much, but it is also negated. So it might be little. So can is this, but with a verb thing. So that could be what? Be grateful for what little things you can hold. Makes sense? On a coin. It really wants me to go and look for this site. Can I not shortcut this by going this way? It looks like I should be able to take a left at the next turning rather than a right. And cut across all this stuff. Left here and then left at the next turning as well. Yeah, that's the question. So, I mean, some of them might be like hidden paths like we found last time as well, but... Ah, yeah. That path just wasn't there. Oh well. Love this thing that path loops all the way back on itself. That's fun. I'm starting to think this route wasn't actually any quicker than the really long route out of the Renaka Reach that the route finding found for me at first. I'm not sure how much of a difference it actually makes trying to stay in the centre of the river. There was like a dialogue really early in the game about you travel faster if you stay in the centre, but I don't know to what extent that's true. How are we doing? I want to make sure to go right. That's a merge. Okay. Right here. Definitely looked like I got completely out of the river there. Oh, that might make sense. Oops. Daisy. Where are we up to? Okay, loop-de-loop, and then we're at the Age of Sail site. Another shipwreck. I like how some of the shipwrecks are just like one plank. When something. May, even. Could be Sky God. May the Sky God favour you or something. Lift? Does lift make sense? Actually, it's almost exactly the verb form of wind. Was there a deity for sailing, I wonder? I think there was a sky god after all. Say this was made on the site we're searching for. It must be nearby. Almost there. also reach our destination. It does kind of look like we want to go right rather than left. Does it? It's about even. Right then, I know exactly where I'm going. Because we've been there before. Oh, we tried to go there before. Let's go to this one first, though, since it's there. I can tell that, robots. Give me more inscriptions. Another brass accent with a claw. Ooh, nice, a longish one. What have we got? That's going to be wrong. I think that's right. We just have to slam a bunch of things in here, knowing that they're wrong. That's all I can think of. Oh dear. Having the thing translation might make some of these a little bit awkward. Feels good to be back on the real river again. Straight back into slow flow. What? No. That can't be right. Please. That can't be right. Maybe, because, I mean, it's this turning, I'm sure. That's the one that wasn't here when we were trying to find it, when we worked out from the map on Wednesday that this was where the thing was. Is that right? Yeah, there we go. Just the pathing being weird, I think. I wish the reduced flow was slightly less reduced. So, what awaits us here in terms of hazards?
This moon was nothing but cold, cruel rock. It could never have been home to anyone. And yet, someone had been here. And someone was still standing guard.
Oh, it's the Sky Goddess. There must have been something important about this place. Something that made this thing worth building. The guardian of this place. We've seen this one before, Six. I think it's the Sky God. What are you doing here? Let's see where this goes. The path is leveling. Holy shit.
The path ended at the edge of an enormous crater, where a mountain had been plucked out like a rotten tooth, and something had been built across the wound.
What are we looking at? I have no idea, mistress. Can you scan it, Six? Scan it? Scan for what, mistress? It is a hole. It's clearly not just a hole. Scan it for everything. Here is something, mistress, which may or may not be interesting. The tiles lining its surface are a metallic pottery composite. A what composite? Metallic pottery. Heat resistant, reflective, conductive. Where did they even get enough metal for this crater? Don't people sift streams for iron dust? There are rich seams on some older moons, I believe, mistress, but there does appear to be a considerable wealth of metal. That's an interesting point. People left offerings at the feet of the god. One got stuck in the crack between the stones. For a minute I thought it might be a shard of iolite, but it's not. A golden coin with 5 sides. The exchange of sale, no inscription on the back. Yoink. And there are markings here. So we've still got the serpent's eye thing. God. So it's a verb phrase. It's got the curl from book and the light indicator. And it's in the phrase that I thought might be grateful. This one... Watches fire. I think that's going to be wrong, but... The Serpent's Eye. Is that what they called this place? This definitely isn't the Serpent God, though. How old would you say this site was, Six? Based on the Weathering of the God statue, nearly 1,500 years old. Back when the age of sail was flourishing. Although this place doesn't look very flourishing to me. It is huge. Like the game has been so coiled up tightly in its locations. This is a really effective gesture of kind of grandeur. This looks like a way down. Catch me if I fall, Styx.
The metal ledge halfway down was wide enough for walking. Wide enough for robots too.
There's something at the center. A cover? It looks like it has handles. A covered well. Except... Wait, mistress. What is it? I've found something. Gravity, mistress. What's that meant to mean? The gravity within the crater is lower than the gravity outside it. Are you saying you can see gravity? Indeed, mistress. After a fashion. There are glyphs on the surface. I wonder why you can see gravity. Someone must have made you that way. Oh wait, no, the glyphs are on the rim. Although my eyes can see most close momentum, there's no way I'd keep my balance on this slope if I tried to climb down. And there are some big holes to go sliding into. If we can find a section that hasn't shattered. I wish I knew the language well enough to read the glyphs along the inside of the rim. Useful when flying, I suppose, seeing gravity. Useful, certainly, but the gravity of the nebula is also quite beautiful. The metal is stained, just a little, but it's there. As though something once grew on these tiles. But there's no water here. And it said they were, like, heat-proof and durable. How can the gravity be low? Is this dish some kind of machine? Some kind of, I don't know, lens? This dish is just as it appears, mistress. A curved tiled floor. But perhaps the moon's density itself is low. Aha! There we go. There's writing around the rim. Feed me. Several words. It's a verb phrase. It's got the toward character and sight. What else have we got? There's this one. This has we. This might be welcome. Land here and be welcome? Land here? Is this a landing pad? That would make a lot of sense. That would make a lot of sense. This place is slowly falling apart. It's shattering like an eggshell. Might be a slightly dramatic way of putting it.
The scale of the place was mind-boggling. It must have been built by giants for giants.
Water's above. The air is so thin here. Take your time to recover, mistress. Evidently, it is clear this place was intended for robot workers. Is it? Perfectly human sized to me. There's definitely something inside here. Equipment? It's hard to make out. This looks like a door. Only it won't open. We could try the button. Is this some kind of mechanism? I can't see how to work it. Just lights. Please stand aside. The locking mechanism is internal and magnetic. There.
A dark, cramped space, stuffed with metal and pipes and wires. It was like I'd turned into an ant and was now crawling around inside the robot.
Some kind of control panel. Did they have children working here? 6, can you operate this? That one controls the temperature of the floor, mistress. This one, however, appears more interesting. What are you waiting for? Nothing, mistress. There. I have already activated the panel, but I see no change. Maybe the power's gone. There's something written here. There's a few words in this one, she says. Right. What have we got? That might be robot. That looks like we. I suspect that's not going to be watch, but it could be. Lots of places where an of could go. Where else can I put something? Someone oversaw this site from here. A regulator? It can't have been a good job. It's uncomfortable, cramped. But robots do not care. And the height is definitely wrong for a person. These doors seem stuck. I can get my fingers in, but they won't budge. The power to that section appears to have failed. Can you divert more power that way? I'm not some kind of plumber, mistress. Let's see what's up here. Does this one work? I do not believe so, mistress. It seems a lot of the wiring here has been rendered purely decorative by time. Look at it. It's beautiful. Can you imagine ships coming to rest here? Like flies on a flower. And we got one of these tripod thingies. Some kind of tripod. There was something here on. An instrument of some kind? It's the wrong shape for a winch. Angled to look at the centre of the crater, or else tilted up to the sky. Impossible to say for sure. But I've seen this kind of tripod before. It's the same as the one on Janiki's moon. On the roof of the hermitage near Maerzi. And here's an intact one. This one's not empty. A telescope? The ladies in grey on Elbereth had a telescope on the roof. They encouraged us to look at Iox through it and dream. So this place is an observatory? Let's see now. Oh, no eyepiece. Bugger. Yoink. And an inscription. Stars. Good. What's that going to be? My first guess was going to be distant. So leave is the verb phrase, and it has the distance character, the movement character in it. Maybe. Watch distant stars? And another inscription. Okay. Nebula is... Okay, the nebula is our garden? In the sense that it's... yeah, it's of we, isn't it? Belonging to us. Something to do with ships? Fits with our idea if this is a landing bay. Oh, wait. This place was clearly abandoned. No disaster, no destruction. Whatever it once was, it became obsolete. Definitely not a flagpole. There are no ropes, and no fittings for any ropes. Evidently it is a signal mast, a beacon, for sending something, somewhere. Iox has a similar one for sending messages. Where does the mast send to, Six? Oh. Okay. Is this it? The observatory that Remba wanted me to find? Evidently it's possible, Mistress, but there's nothing here. Unless we can find a way down to the centre of the dish. Uh-oh. It seems the power of this control is not entirely functional. Presumably the system has not been used or maintained in some time. So fix it. I am not convinced that I can, Mistress. As you are remarking, I am merely a robot. I don't say that. Are you saying we're trapped in here? After a fashion, yes. So hopper us out of here. Oh boy. How are we going to get out? We can head for the roof. Excellent idea, Mistress. Please wait where you are. I don't want to hopper out, though. The fucking robot. I'm just going to open it from the outside. Escape. I have fixed the lock, Mistress. It will not close again. Jolly kind of you. So what was this place? I suppose it's the right shape to be the Serpent's Eye. We know it was run by robots. An observatory? The crater itself is most likely a dock. A place for ships to land. The low gravity in the centre helps ships take off from here. You have collected 2 promising artifacts here. The coin and the telescope device. Also, we have pointed 1 new location to it. I want to get down to the centre of the crater. So, where might we do that? Mistress, I have been considering the mast. I believe this place was a measuring station of some kind. Measuring what? I suspect the rivers, mistress. Was the ruined Maerzi an observatory too? The locations are interesting, mistress, separated but aligned. They suggest a triangulation. We know Remba found a telescope on the crashed ship, another on the ruin near Maerzi. We found one more. Triangulation. Of something. The data is indeed thin. What would help? More telescopes, mistress. A triangulation requires 3 or more points. If we assume the scope what the ship was bound for or taken from somewhere near Elbereth. Just wait, mistress. It looks like... the tripod. It's just like the one I found on the Hermitage on the moon near Maerzi. But this place is old, much older than the Empire. Assuming all those tripods were set up at the same time. This section of the slope looks intact. No gaps between here and the lower level. I could slide. Until you reach the bottom, mistress, where there is a sizable hole. Yeah, I'm going. Well then, I'll float down. You can wait here. I will follow, on my treads. Whoops! Bonk. Made it! And here is the hatch. The pupil of the Serpent's Eye. 6, it's warm. Mistress, please. It's not zapping me, 6. Not yet, mistress. The gravity really is low. I feel like a child again. Well, that's not dangerous at all. But what is it? I cannot tell, mistress. It resembles a well, but I do not believe there is a wellspring anywhere here. Let's see if I can... Oop. An opening, mistress. How far down do you think it goes, 6? I could not say, mistress. Can you shine a light down there? After a fashion, mistress. Crystals! It's lined with iolite crystals, like the one Remba left on Maerzi. The same as the crystals on board the crashed ship Remba dug up. Indeed, mistress. What's going to happen if I press jump inside? Let's see where this goes. Do not move, mistress. If you attempt to annihilate yourself by entering a vertical drop, I will hop you immediately. And if you are falling, I might only get half of you. I don't take orders from you. Let's be clear about this. You are a coat hanger on wheels. I can do what I like. No, mistress, you cannot. Professor Mayari did not assign me to you for fun. Step away. Okay, I'll be sensible. Really, mistress. Your obedience is appreciated. Something here? Painted symbols. What have we got? That might be... oh, it might be heart. Can't be towards as something wins heart. There we go. We're not going through that rigmarole again. Which device? Oh, the telescope, I guess. Yeah. Indeed, most interesting. So, what is it? It's a recording device, mistress. There is a Rebesque foil at its apex. Can you read it back? No, mistress. I have a foil inside me, but there is no common language. But I can guess. Let's hear it. If this device is a telescope, perhaps it has been recording the movements of the sky. Well, that sounds useful. Where did we get down? Let's go then. There's nothing more here. Back to the ship, mistress? I can simply hopper us if you prefer. Off we go. And so we left the surface of the crater moon with the ramps. Location of the moon further out than any we had seen before. What's that done to the map, I wonder? So was it the Serpent's Eye? Some kind of landing bay for ships? But why land there at all? There's nothing on this moon apart from the bay itself. Except the crystals. Right, let's take to the river. Can I really plot a course here? This is going to be interesting. And we're back on a real river. Oops. Up we go. Perhaps there was a telescope device in the stand on the roof of the ruin near Maezi. Perhaps Janicki took it. That might imply our telescope contains extractable data. Trixie. There we go. What have you seen, robot? Yes, yes, 6? I have a result, mistress. What kind of result? The triangulation of the telescopes, mistress, that Renber found. Assuming they were recording devices, transmitting data to each other into a central source. Assuming they were positioned deliberately to cover a particular sector of the nebula from many angles, while maintaining a line of sight to that central source. Mistress, I believe I have found Renber's observatory. Evidently, it is far further than we have ever been. Oh, cool. So we've cleaned that up a bit. How far is this observatory, 6? Significantly further than the air tanks of the Nightingale would allow, mistress. Ah! Okay. So that's going to be the twist. Interesting. I'm starting to worry about my controller shaking itself to bits. Do 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 do. Right hand path, I think. Here. This could be quite a long journey, I fear. See if we can't at least get this ruin. Ruin. Age of Sail. An ornate metal gong. And the markings match the side of the ship. That's a really complicated word. What else have we got? Towards a person. That could be gives. This is very close to the word for eye. I feel like that has to be gives. Eagle? Because there's all this stuff about a claw, right? the time we get to this site, it might be quite small to search, which would be good. I think my plan is to get to this site and all of these rivers are new. I think in this case I do want to go left, maybe. Because, like, this is a long way out from anywhere I know anything about. Round we go, round we go, round we go. This looks like the start of a Big Dipper. There's a nice line in Vertigo this game. Whee! Whoa, that's wiggly. I'm very glad there's a long, fast section here, because we're making good time. Whoa, okay, that's really fast. This is my kind of fun. Right. I can see roughly where I want to go. I think I want to start by going right here. I like that the game is getting me to start taking guesses about, like, where the path goes. No longer within our search zone, but only because we have already shrunk this search zone a lot. So I think I want to go left and then right and right again. Right. Yeah. Left, right, right again. Wait, where am I? Do 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 do. Why? What are we going to find out here? Okay.
A single rocky
Holy
peak
crap.
was topped by a gleaming ruin.
That's another great moment for visual impact.
And what a jewel it was. Like a half-cut gemstone.
Okay, and that is where I'll leave it for today. And I'll probably continue this tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, then Sunday. Thanks for the company, and see you again.